the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we are here with OP Racing, the Grand National Series, as they bring you the LG Whaley Memorial 175 right here at the Rallycross Daytona. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. My name is KR Stolfus, and in the booth with me here tonight is a very special guest. That is none other than Zach Workman himself. Zach, how you doing?
Not bad, you know. It's weird being up here in the tower, you know, seeing the different perspective, but I'm glad you're with me here tonight, KR. I'm glad to be here.
Well, I'm glad to have you, and we will continue on with this trend on Wednesday nights of having a special guest. So thank you very much for coming up here, and hope you have a good time with it.
Well, yeah, you know, I was held at gunpoint to be up here, but, you know, nothing better to do on a Wednesday. Watch these guys rumble around Daytona 2008 in these ARCA cars. Combo we haven't done in OP in at least a while, so it's going to be interesting tonight to see how these guys handle it.
I'm with you on that one. It is going to be interesting. And because of that, qualifying is underway. Right now we're watching the 39 of Jimmy Crow Jr. as he wheels his Chevy ARCA Menards race car around the speedway. Cody Nagels, first one to the top of the leaderboard at a 49.70. Drivers turning in these lap times very quick. Zach, what's the key to a good lap here?
You got to start. You got to start with a good out lap. You got to get off pit road really fast, smooth. You know, smooth is fast here. You got to ride that middle, avoid the bumps. The bottom is super bumpy, so you got to avoid that. And yeah, just be smooth on the wheel, go underneath the apron, and you know, hopefully you got a good lap. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. You just got to see what you can do. As Jeff Crosby takes the pole.
Crosby takes pole position away from Zach Fritch. Fritchie with a 49.69 cannot answer the call to that 49.62 from Jeff Crosby Jr. Flying lap there. Right now we're watching John Garrett in the 66. Garrett, I've been told, is an ARCA Menards race car driver in real life as well, so good to see him out here. We'll see how he does. These OP boys are going to chew him up and spit him out, though. They'll be all like, get this professional driver out here. We're a bunch of ponies.
Oh, you think so? No, I think John Garrett's got a little something, you know, maybe under the radar, but he's gonna bring something tonight.
I bet he does. He's in with a good group of drivers here. This OP league is top notch. He'll find a way to do very well here. But with all that being said, we are going to step away for the national anthem. So we'll be right back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous us flight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Turn 3 Racing Network as OP Racing Grand National Series is on the starting grid, and this one is about ready to roll out for tonight's LG Whaley 175. So let's get right into the starting lineup for this grid. Tonight's race is presented by Mark Mann, and our pole sitter with a 49.629. That is the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. on his outside, the 12 of Fritchie, that is Zach Fritch. Row number 2 will be Richard Kuhn and J.D. Crow. Row 3, Hunter Reynolds in the 26, and Cody Nagels is on the outside of row number 3. Row number 4, Peter DeBorgia and Les Levy. Row 5, Gabe Butler in the 88 and Sean Stevens in the 27. Row number 6, I can do math, we're good. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 and Mark Mann in the 04. Row number 7 will be Richard Sanchez and Pudge Hughes in the 007 James Bond machine. John Garrett in the 66 finds himself in the inside of row number 8 with Jeff Crosby Sr. to the outside. Eric Laurie and Travis Elliott make up row number 9. Row 10 going to be Daniel Holloway and John Guerrero. David Overstreet and Rob Connors for row number 11. Row 12 will be Dave Hunt and Nate Warren. Row number 13 will be David Boo and Tony Karen. Row number 14, Jimmy Crow in the 39 and Anthony English in the 44. Row number 15 will be Rick Seabrans and PJ Cox. Row 16, Donald Stewart and Vicente Guerrero. Lynn McNeese, Dan Harrington in our final full row, and Adam Kilday bringing up the rear of the field. 35 drivers taking to the grid here tonight, 28 of them putting in a qualifying time. And Jeff Crosby comes away with that pole position. Zach, these drivers are making their way through turns 3 and 4, so the big question has to be asked right now. Can you roll your R's?
Absolutely not. I'm not even going to try. That would be a disaster. And I'm just going to say Vicente. I'm not even going to say Guerrero.
All right, so you're going to go with the same strategy I have. Let's keep it safe, keep it simple. If we rolled our R's, we'd probably vibrate out of the seat.
Oh, yeah. Or be on a list somewhere.
We're on a list. Yeah, I'm already on that list. Anyways, here we go. Green flag is out. The 33 gets a good start over the 12 of Zach Fritch. They go racing into turn 1 and 2. Side by side they go as they get through the gearbox and into that final gear. Onto the backstretch. 2 fast repairs will be available to them here tonight, so let's take a quick look at tonight's race info. We are back to the ARCA car. We do cycle through the 3 cars, whether it be the Xfinity, truck, or ARCA. We are back through We have gone through our cycle and back to the ARCA we go. Beware of the bump draft here in these cars. They do not match up very well. So you've got to keep a steady eye on that. Take care of your stuff because you want to be there at the end of the race. We do have one stage at the halfway mark, and there are, as I mentioned, 2 fast repairs available to the drivers. So Zach Fritch out in front this time, leading the charge into turns 1 and 2. Onto the backstretch we go with the 22 of JD Crow making a move on the outside.
Looks like Gabe Butler in the 88 back there dropped to the back, doing what he usually does, wants to stay out of trouble early on here.
We'll take a look at just how far back Gabe Butler has fallen. He has lost 26 spots.
Dropping way to the back.
Just in just about a lap and a half. Yeah, he has fallen way back.
Must put on those brakes.
Parachute came out for him, that's for sure. With all that going on for Gabe Butler, the battle continues on at the front of the field. JD Crow and Zach Fritch leading their respective lanes. And caution flag coming out for the first time. And I do believe this one is going to involve David Overstreet. Let's take a look and see what happens here. And they stack up and around goes the 46. That Busch Light tilted kilt machine goes for a spin. One of the things I had just said was watch out. These back bumpers do not match up with the front bumper. And the field just had a checkup right there. Accordion effect. And the 46 is going to get turned.
Yeah, it looked like it started up with Jeff Crosby Sr. Did a little bit of a checkup there, accordion the bottom, and David Overstreet had nowhere to go. Couldn't check up in time. Just got hidden behind from Dave Hunt. Nothing Dave Hunt can do. Just fortunate early wreck for these guys. Doesn't look like his car is too bad though, KR.
Well, that's good. Nice little easy spin to kick things off. Of course, I'm sure he's not too happy about it, but around he went, and he'll get back into this thing. Do want to take a moment to give a shout out to Miss Mara Clark. How you doing, Miss Mara? And of course, Alyssa. They are cheering for their drivers. Mara has the 04 Markman, and Alyssa rooting for the JCJ number 33. There you go. So thank you guys for saying hello. If you guys are here and haven't said hello yet, don't hesitate. We love hearing from you. Let us know who you think is going to win this race. Maybe even let us know, if you're brave enough, who's going to win the stage. That's a wild one. Everybody's still in this race, so you can't. You got all 35 drivers to pick from still.
Well, this is a interesting strategy, KR. Everyone went down pit road, but one car, JD Crow, stayed out. It's trying to keep that track position, I see. You know, trying to flip the strategy. We'll see how it will affect him on pit stops.
Yeah, with him going out or staying out, he's going to have to hit pit lane. Everyone will have to make a pit stop before the end of this stage. Maybe even 2. Maybe he's trying to avoid making 2. I don't know, but I don't like it. But what do I know?
Yeah, it's definitely a different move. It's early on in the race, so he could probably get away with it and try something different, see if he gets an early yellow and doesn't really affect them that much. But we'll see. Yeah, if we have to run a full fuel run, it's going to be interesting to see if he can make either the 1 stop or 2. Not sure what the mileage they're getting out there, but we'll see.
Well, all you can do is wait and see. So our first caution of the night coming out for David Overstreet as he went for a spin, but he has made his pit stop. He has gotten back out there. And even though he hit pit road last, he was able to come out in a 29th spot. So picked up some positions already.
See, that was just a strategy, you know. He actually did want to get hit there, KR. Just do a nice spin around, warm up the tires, you know. I think he's doing 40 chess out there.
It's very possible. Very, very possible. One car that has gone behind the wall, that is the 39 of Jimmy Crow Jr. So with that, I'm not sure what happened with the spin was David Overstreet, but that doesn't mean that Crow had something else go on and he's gone behind the wall.
Yeah, I know he wanted to come out and race for LG tonight for the memorial race. Just unfortunate that looked like dropped out early. Couldn't race the whole race.
All right, well, the lights have gone out on the nondescript pace vehicle, safety car, whatever you want to call it. JD Crow and Zach Fritsch will be on row number 1 for this restart. Row number 2, the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. To his outside, the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. Inside row number 3, that is the 6 of Cody Nagels. And then the 40 Extra Life of Peter DeBorgia will be on the outside. So, Zach, how about you take us to this green flag?
Okay, see what we can do. Pace car still on the track, waiting for a signal. He's gonna pull off here in that ugly sort of car, whatever that is. JD Crow is gonna take the green flag and we're off. Clean start. Looks like Fritchie got a little bit of a better start on the outside. Bottom lane looks a little bit more organized. Fritchie's taking half a nose lead off JD Crow here, going into turn 1. Side by side. 2 by 2, no 3 wide yet. Just being careful, easing our way on. Only lap 7, so we got a long way to go. Fritchie getting a great push from Hunter Reynolds on the outside. The outside is the lane you want to be in, KR, especially at this track. Fritchie drops down to the bottom from Hunter in front of JD Crow. And we're still side by side. No 3 wides yet. And Fritchie looks like he's going to lead the lap.
What makes the outside lane work so much better?
Oh, well, it's less bumpy. That's the main thing. It is less bumpy up top than the bottom. The bottom, you have so many bumps, your car gets out of shape, especially in turn 4. That's where the advantage is the most, the turn 4 exit. If you're on the bottom there, you are going to get super loose, especially on old tires as Peter DeBorgia drops to the bottom. But yeah, especially that bottom of turn 4 exit, you get super loose there. So it's going to be interesting to see. As we see, Sean Stevens gets turned right in front of the field.
27 looks like he's able to keep it off the inside wall. Number 9 car's cutting through the grass along with the 51. The yellow flag coming out very quickly once again. Let's see if we can back this up and catch what happened. As they were making their way off of turn number 4. 27 looked like he got turned, so too did the 51 and the 9. Holloway spinning in the middle of the track. 4 cars spinning, and it looks like maybe nobody made contact with anyone.
No, it was real light contact that started that with Sean Stevens and
The contact started, sure, but all right, there. The 27 got into the 33 a little bit. The 9 got upended. So there was some contact, but
looks very minor.
Hit the wall. Yeah.
Yeah. A benefit with these cars, when you hit someone in the front or rear, you go underneath their bumper and you don't hit them square like you would the Xfinity car or the trucks that we usually do. So these cars, when you know, you hit them in the front or back, it kind of saves you a little bit. So I'm sure a lot of these guys don't have that much damage.
back under yellow we go. This time the pace car finds the 40 of Peter DeBorgia out in front.
Yeah, it looks like Peter and Tony Caron stayed out, flipping the strategy from earlier, like how JD stayed out that first yellow. So my thought is they're gonna have to do at least one stop.
All right, we'll see how this plays out. Peter DeBorgia, Tony Caron stay out on the speedway. JD Crow had come down pit road this time. John Stevens sitting in his pit stall working on that race car. He should be able to get back out there. So Zach, your first attempt at the booth here. What do you think so far?
It's weird being up here, especially when the race is going on. It's a different perspective, you know. As in the car, you don't really know what's happening around you. I mean, you get quite like somewhat of an idea, but up here you see the full picture, you know, live, and instead of having to look back and later on the broadcast. So it's interesting perspective, you know, to see from here, and it's refreshing, you know. Sometimes we get out of our comfort zone and out of the car and, you know, be up here with you.
Well, let's have some fun with it as we have our second caution. So you've seen a caution happen on the track on the daily for yourself, or I shouldn't say the daily, but as you often are in these races. Now you have one that you've seen up here in the booth. Can you tell how they form up and see how they develop?
Yeah, just kind of, sometimes it takes one, like a slight contact or a slight misjudge, and, you know, that's how the wrecks start, and it's hard to get through them. A lot of these guys are doing great jobs trying to get through and stuff. It's hard to gauge how much you should brake and if you should gas it instead. It's hard to also turn these cars. A lot of people don't realize that. If you haven't driven these cars, they're hard to turn. Like, I know we make it pretty simple, and it's like, oh, well, just turn away from the people, but it's hard, you know, once you're pointed in the direction. So you just gotta hope you can slow down in time, or you don't get ran into. And it's hard to see when we're only got a, you know, certain width we can see, and not like how we can with all our cameras and what we can do and spin around the track and stuff like that. So
okay, looks like the lights are out once again. Gonna try and fire this off. Gonna finish lap number 11 and we start lap number 12. Zach, that's how numbers work at a racetrack.
yeah, we can do math, you know.
Sometimes we do quick math, not good math.
No, just spit out a number and it's almost right most of the time.
Could get close sometimes. The green flag is back out. Peter DeBorgia has the 26 of Hunter Reynolds pushing on his back bumper. Tony Caron in the 23 on the outside. Got a little bit of a slower start, but he's getting back into it now as he's got some momentum on the backside.
Yeah, you just see that momentum on the top side just carry the Tony up towards the lead, even with Peter. The inside lane takes the power, you know, on the corners, but top side gets the back straights usually.
So off of turn number 4, side by side, everyone up to speed. And we've had 2 cautions here in the early stages. Zach, what goes through your mind as a driver when you've had 2 quick cautions like this at the start of the race?
You're definitely more on edge. You're trying to be more careful, give more room, you know, just be easier and stuff. But I don't know if these guys are, especially with the 2 fast repairs, as we said earlier. It's extra fast repair than we usually have during these races, and these ARCA cars, there's not been a lot of damage out here with the 2 wrecks. You know, usually with 2 wrecks in the Xfinity or trucks, we would there would be a lot of damaged cars, but with how these bumpers line up, you know, the front and the back, how the back is higher and the front is lower, you know, you can hit the rear and not really be messed up. So I don't know how these guys they're going after it. We haven't seen 3 wide yet, but I'm sure either at stage or at the end of the race there's gonna be some guys going up to that 3rd lane.
3 wide, huh?
Yeah, it's especially with these cars, it's like they're thinner than skinnier than the Xfinity car and truck, so it's kind of easier to go 3 wide actually. I mean, it's not easy, but it's easier than it would usually be. As we're seeing Tony really side draft Peter and Hunter here, trying to get that side draft, trying to get the lead. Doesn't have a lot of help, has Fritchie behind him. Dave Hunt is a car length and a half behind, and hopefully they can get some momentum here, see if can pull off the lead.
Let's go on board with the 53 of Dave Hunt. He is tucked in nice and tight behind the 12. And Zach, one thing I need to show here is we have had 3 races turned in. Let's look at our points coming into tonight's race. Daniel Holloway with 1 win, Travis Elliott 1 win, and some Zach Workman has a win. Man, how that guy got a win, I don't know.
So that means anyone can get a win. If that guy can get a win, that just he got really lucky that night. Actually, the 40 car is helping him push. So, you know, seeing him up front tonight, I know he wants to get that win, and he's hungry to get it. He's had a great start to the season point leader, and we'll see if he can carry that momentum tonight, KR.
Yeah, he's had a great start to this Wednesday night season. He has won 2 out of the 3 stages that we have had. And right now he is leading this stage once again. So he is doing everything he needs to do to put himself in the right position. Speaking of, he is also one of our Hall of Famers, the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. We have several drivers up for vote in the Hall of Fame. And that also includes one of the drivers that is mid-pack. That is Les Levy in the 62. Les Levy in that Maker's Mark 62. And little be known, I had me some Maker's Mark here tonight before this all went down. And it's still some good stuff. I do like me some Maker's Mark.
It is a good drink. I can attest to that, as we have pit stops.
And the 62 of Les Levy going to take us on board for this pit stop, as he has to make room for Eric Laurie. Everyone was charging in hard there. The 071 had the brakes locked up, but everyone able to squeeze in. But a first round of green flag pit stops. That gives the lead to the 23. Zach Fritch out in front. One more driver in this race here tonight that is part of the Hall of Fame voting hall finds himself way up front as well. That is the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. As we got one car spinning as they make the break for pit road. We'll see if the yellow flag comes out. But Reynolds takes over the race lead. And David Overstreet and the 9 of Nate Warren looked like they had issues on pit road.
Yeah, it looked like
on the pit road, I should say.
Looked like Overstreet got hit in the rear a little bit. People have different braking points, and Hughes was a little later than Dave O's. Nothing wrong with that, just causes stuff like this. Nate Warren and Rob Connors involved. Hopefully they can get it back turned around and not go left down here.
All right, so Adam Kildee Daniel Holloway, John Garrett, Jimmy Reynolds, David Booth, Tony Karen, and John Guerra. Guerra?
We're just gonna call him John, because
John G.
Yeah, John G. You know, he is a G.
Right,
Make
they
it simple.
have stayed out.
Yeah, it looks like they're playing the long game here. Some guys will pit immediately when it's halfway to their number, like lap 17 or 18, so they can make the stage. Some guys just stay out, hope for the caution, or run it dry. So, looks like they're running it dry, you know, getting that TV time up front. Especially Jimmy Reynolds, another one of our Hall of Fame finalists. The Wednesday boss, the CEO of OP, kind of like our Mike Helton. Jimmy Reynolds does a lot behind the scenes, and is definitely deserving of a finalist.
We do have two other finalists that are not out there tonight that we haven't talked about. That is Logan Helton for the Hall of Fame, Season 9 Monday Night Champion, the Premier Series champion, picked up his first championship. Probably one of the more winningest drivers to make it into the Hall of Fame. And then we also have Aspen Belvin, our inaugural season champion for the Premier Series. But those two drivers not out here tonight, but that Hall of Fame vote, that the voting opens, I want to say tomorrow or Friday?
I believe it's January 8th, KR,
So,
and we will...
okay, so Sunday.
Yes,
Sunday. So it opens up Sunday. It goes till the 14th or 15th, and the racing first race of the season is January 16th, and that's when the final vote count will be revealed.
Yep, and we'll learn who goes in the Hall of Fame and joins the stacked class. I mean, all these guys are well deserving of different accomplishments and things they have done, champions and whatnot, and running the series. It's a big, tall order to ask, and a lot of these guys, you know, as we have lap cars right in front of the field trying to negotiate traffic up here. But yeah, we have a lot of finalists up there, well deserving, and you know, whoever gets in, whoever is voted in, is going to join a stacked class, and you want to be remembered, you know.
Well, getting into the Hall of Fame is going to be a good way to be remembered here in the ranks of OP. For sure.
Yeah, if you're not, you know, no one knows who you are. Like, especially when KR finds something better to do and stops broadcasting us play our video games, you know, he's not gonna be remembered. We're gonna be like, KR who?
Right?
Stolofis? Who is that?
I won't even bother with that last name.
Yeah, it's like,
just a headache and a half.
Who's that guy? Don't remember Al, though. Definitely remember Al.
How could you forget Al?
Oh, you can't, you know. Al's the best.
I think so.
Where is Al tonight? Where is Al tonight? You know, he should have been up here. He's got nothing better to do on Wednesday, you know, just a new father, you know, just do something else than that. You know, watch racing. Isn't that better?
I will say that you are correct. He has nothing else to do other than to be a new father. And of course, there's also the fact that his computer's broken. So he's got it in the shop trying to get it fixed.
They have libraries available where he lives, I'm sure. You know, just broadcast from the library computer. No one will ask any questions. It's going to be a quiet place. You know, he has alternatives. I'm just hearing excuses from Al, really.
Yeah, that's okay though.
Yeah, we still love Al no matter what.
As they make their way around the racetrack. We're on lap 26. Daniel Holloway and John Garrett have been battling it out. They were last on pit road on lap 9 and lap 10. And I'm thinking they're going to have to hit pit lane here before too much longer. Or maybe they're hoping for another caution. Try and stretch it. That's going to be a stretch on fuel, though.
No, I think they're just running it dry. It's next couple laps. I would be surprised if they don't stop yet. Maybe they're trying to pit now, fill it up. You know, you lose the time now, but when the caution comes out, they're going to have less fuel to put in and maybe flip the track position. You know, John Garrett is first race here, so he's not worried about points. Holloway locked himself in with the win, so he's not too worried about stage points. So, you know, they can kind of be bold with the strategy. See when they go down.
All right, well, John Garrett out in front, leading some laps with Daniel Holloway to his... Holloway's
Behind him.
Right behind him.
Yeah.
A couple of brown cars popped up on me there. I was like, well, I thought he was in the inside. Give me a second here. Had to find him.
Yeah, too much brown. They should take care of that so we don't get confused.
Yeah, it happens. Getting confused.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Especially when you're older.
All right, so the cars that are around John Garrett and Daniel Holloway, they are trying to get back on the lead lap, as we have had several cars come down pit road, but just a handful have not. So this pack has formed up with a mix of lead lap cars and lap down cars. So right now, 19 cars are on the lead lap. Cade Butler in the 88 is the last car on the lead lap. And he finds himself just a little bit behind this battle.
Yeah, and it looks like Richard Sanchez and Donald Stewart are now leading. Well, they're just the last cars on the lead lap. So, staying in front, helping John Garrett and Daniel Holloway save a little bit of fuel. Maybe they're trying to stretch it. We're not sure.
No, it's for sure difficult to tell what the plan is. I'm not very good at strategy, so yeah.
Oh, I'm not good either. I just have a gauge that tells me numbers, and I'm like, oh, that's a good idea. And I go when the numbers tell me. As they pull off now. Looks like their numbers told them to pit now. As, Jimmy Reynolds, he's spinning. Hitting the inside wall. Got a little bit on the grass there. A little bit too hot for Mr. Reynolds.
Well, looks like he's got that car sorted back out just a little bit after a rough little entry on the pit lane. Looks like right side tires going on, and with all that being said, it is going to give the race lead to Hunter Reynolds.
Yeah, looking, that outside is really tight, KR, with Hunter Reynolds and Cody Nagel's teammates for this Monday season, working together. Mark Mann, the Hall of Famer, and Zach Fritsch, another guy, I guess. Still side by side. Looks like Travis Elliott back mid-pack towards Rick Seabrands is trying to take it 3.
Yeah, I was kind of holding my breath watching that. We got one car up along the wall. and that is Travis Elliott. And he was working his way forward, but man, that thing was wiggling all over the place. And he is
looks like
find a little hole to stop it into right there.
Looks like him and Jeff Crosby Jr. going 3 wide for this stage. As you can see, these ARCA cars, we have plenty of room to take it 3 wide. A lot less scary than the Xfinity cars, so we'll see. Oh, and there's contact.
Trouble for the 51 as he was making his way to the front for the stage, and looks like big time contact. That 51 still in trouble, still hasn't been able to get that car underneath him. We stayed green in the battle at the race front for the stage win is between the 40 of Peter DeBorgia and the 26 of Hunter Reynolds now.
Yeah, it's teammate on teammate. JD Crow's helping Peter tonight over in a Team 8. And as we said, Cody and Hunter are working this year for Monday, so we'll see which line prevails. And if Mark or Jeff Crosby Jr. try to take them 3 wide and see if they got a challenge for those front runners.
All right, lap 34. This one will end. The stage will end at the completion of lap 35. So they got to get around this time and then one more. We had our 2 quick cautions early in this race, and then from there it has been all green flag. Went through a round of green flag pit stops. They are 3 wide coming up off the corner.
It's getting tighter, KR. Last lap, lap 35. Fritsch and Jeff Crosby Jr. getting a nice run on the outside.
So the 12 goes into turn number 1 with the race lead, but the middle lane, led by Hunter Reynolds, pulls ahead for just a little bit. Here comes the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. They all have those cars packed in tight, and they are wiggling down the back stretch, trying to hold on to it. Bump draft very carefully right now, boys, because it's a rough one to hold on to with a bump draft gone wrong as the 40 drifts up to the high side.
Oh, and he gets turned.
Hard into the wall is the 22 of JD Crow. Caution flag comes out, and I am not sure, but I think the stage is going to go to Hunter Reynolds.
Yeah,
It all depends on when the caution came out and where he was, but I do believe he was out in front.
I believe so, KR. Peter jumped up to the high lane to make a block to stop Hunter's momentum, and you know, these cars, they don't line up. The back bumper is higher than that front, and Hunter just got underneath him. Nothing really he could do, and just turn him around. There's going to be a great finish for that stage.
All right, let's see here. I'm trying to look and see if we got a good shot, and that's when the caution came out, so the 26 free and clear of everyone else. But the 40 of Peter DeBorgia, he's going to take a hard hit here to that inside wall. Eric Gloria as well. And then the 40 goes up and over and smacks hard into something in the infield. Not sure what he hit there. That's the first for me. I've never seen a car do that, but then again, the damage model for these ARCA cars is a bit goofy.
Yeah, they are different than the other cars. They have the new damage model, so visually it will look different than what we're used to. Tires and stuff will fall off, fenders and stuff of that nature.
All right, Well, they have made their way on and off of pit road. And confirmation, our stage winner is the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. So, Zach, you ready for your first interview?
Yeah, we'll see how Hunter did it.
All right, well, Zach, I'll let you take it away with our stage winner.
Hello, Hunter. It's Zach Workman in the booth. You got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, what's up, dude? How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. How does it feel to turn someone for the stage?
Terrible, honestly. So these cars, when you push, like the back end gets lifted up. And we unfortunately just had the momentum when Peter came up there. I was off the gas, I hit him square. Pretty much did what I could to not turn him, but honestly, it doesn't feel good, especially because I haven't run the first couple races, but it is what it is.
It happens, you know, we're getting used to these cars. We haven't run them, you know, in OP for a while at least, so get more used to it. Got anyone you got to thank, Hunter?
Yeah, everybody puts the league on. Like, thank my dad, everybody we're running with tonight. Thank y'all. You guys up in the booth do a great job. Do want to leave a note for you guys. These cars are super difficult to drive tonight, and we're having a blast out here.
Well, sounds good. You think you got anything for them tonight? You're gonna stay out front? You're gonna help Dad get a win? What are you gonna do?
That's the goal, I guess. Yeah. I want to be out front, be in that top wide, run that Dale line. Yeah, top wide. That makes sense. And yeah, just having a good time there.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you got the matching cars, so we can't really tell. You know, so we're just gonna call you Jimmy the rest of the race, because no one really cares about Hunter. It's about Jimmy's night tonight. He's a Hall of Fame finalist. You know, get a nice win. Sweeten the viewers, the voters, and get in. You know, join you in the hall.
Oh yeah, I'll accept that 100%. That's fine.
All right, Hunter.
All
well,
right.
What group were you with?
That's a great question, honestly.
He was with
Team 9.
Team 9.
That's
all right,
Team 9. All right, thanks, yo.
We're just gonna put you somewhere. You can figure it out from there.
Yeah, that works. I mean, there's only 10 teams, so you know he has a 1 in 10 chance that we got it right.
1 in 10 chance. All right. Well, we've done something good.
Yeah, well, you know, he's with people. Let him talk to other people.
All right, off of turn number 4 they come to start stage number 2.
Yeah.
The final stage of the night. Here they come as the green flag is out, and away we go once again. Hunter Reynolds and Jeff Crosby leading this field to the green flag. And side by side we go. There are 20 cars on the lead lap. Last car on the lead lap, that is the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds, who we've talked about being a nominee for the Hall of Fame. Right now he is at the back of this field and just kind of hanging out, it looks like.
He's biding his time. We got about 30 more laps, so, you know, we got time. Another pit stop at least. Just waiting for these boys to crash so he can get up there. Or he's just going to go 3 wide by himself. You know, we never know. But they're
Travis
side by
Elliott has
side.
gone 3 wide.
Well, he's stuck on the bottom. He's stuck on the bottom now, so I don't think he's going 3 wide anytime soon. Unless maybe someone lets him up, or he forces his way up, or just brakes and goes around. But Hunter Reynolds jumped to that outside lane. The outside got a worse start than the inside. We got father and son behind him, senior and junior of the Crosbys. So good to see him running together. Now we got to get Jimmy up there so we can get the real father-son team going.
Yeah, I'd like to see Jimmy get up there and get a win here this week. A lot of racing still to go, and all you have to do is be on the lead lap when that white flag comes out.
Yeah, anything can happen. It's I've won races where I've been 14th on the last lap, so you know anything can happen. Just got to be there at the end and you don't even have to have a clean car. Just be rolling. You can find yourself in victory lane. Because the win does lock you into the playoffs if you make enough starts. We have 16 regular season races. And yeah, you got to make 12 starts. Then you could be into the playoffs if you do win here tonight.
All right, here they come off of turn number 4 once again to complete lap 41. Side by side, a little bit calmer side by side right now. Feels like everyone settling in to log a few laps. With that being said, let's take a quick moment and point out that almost half the field just turned their fastest lap of the race. So speeds may be picking up a little bit as we're getting closer to the end of the race. David Booth in the 77 right now finds himself on the outside of the 27 of Sean Stevens, and Sean Stevens was one of the first cars to bring out a caution. He's recovered up into 12th place from his incident. Only one car out of the race. That is the 39 of Jimmy Crow Jr. Of the 35 cars who started, we have 21 on the lead lap. But Rob Connors now finding himself. I'm sorry. Rob Connors is the first car one lap down. Jimmy Reynolds in 20th is the last car on the lead lap.
Yeah, right now, KR, a lot of people just riding in line, waiting for that pit stop to jump up. It's going to be interesting when they go, if they run their fuel dry or if they go a little bit earlier and, you know, kind of gamble that there's not going to be any green whites. They don't save for that. They just, you know, go right when they can. It's going to be interesting with a lot of these guys, especially guys in the back, like we've seen up front, like Peter DeBorgia and JD Crow and Gabe Butler. How are they going to get back up front? You know, it's a lot of questions to be asked, and it's a lot to be decided. We still got 26 laps to go. I think I nailed that, so we'll see what occurs. But just riding side by side now. Hunter's getting momentum on that outside by a great push by JCJ, Alyssa favorite driver. And we also got Mara's favorite driver, Mark Mann, up here, so you know they're excited to be rooting for their drivers here. Loyal viewers of OP.
We go on board with the 04 of Mark Mann. His best lap of a 45.940. Finding himself on the wheel on the inside line. This is the Rallycross Daytona, so a little bit of rough and tough track where you do have to get up on the wheel and try and hold on to that thing. And I'll tell you, sometimes you're racing the track more than you are the cars around you.
Yeah, especially here. This track is one of the toughest we go to. We go to faster speed tracks like, oh, and there is a yellow out. And we have crashing in the midfield.
One car turned around. That is the 23 of Tony Caron. Not sure what sent him around, but he is pointed the wrong way. It looks like maybe contact with him and Peter DeBorgia. He's right there. David Overstreet and Tony making contact.
Yeah, just looked like Overstreet was trying to follow Peter there, and a little tight there, but and especially with that bump in the middle of the turn, kind of bumps Tony up, unfortunately, and gets into Overstreet, and a lot of good cars were involved back here. Just unfortunate. Something with this track, you know, the bumps, that turn 4 exit is treacherous, as we see here tonight. All
right, so yellow flag out once again. And on the pit road comes the field. It looks like everyone's going to head for pit lane.
Yeah, no one's staying out this time. They're all getting fuel, and we'll see about tires. Are they going to take 2, or are you going to take 4? Could be last chance to take 4. But some guys might just take gas. We'll see.
Yeah, that's a good point you made right there. This is your last chance to get 4 tires as Crosby wins the race off of pit road. Everyone else down and away. The cars that did not come down pit road were not on the lead lap. As we go on board with Daniel Holloway as he cycles around, and Zach, we are here for the LG Whaley Memorial 175. LG recently passed away and well known among the super speedway circles. So if you guys would, please take a moment and join me in a moment of silence as we remember LG Whaley and his contribution to super speedways here in the sim racing community.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Whaley Memorial 175. Lights are out on the safety vehicle. Jeff Crosby and Zach Fritsch on row number 1 for the restart. The 33 on the outside, the 12 on the inside. It's the 53 of Dave Hunt, the 21 of Daniel Holloway, Mark Mann in the 04, and then the 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. That is your 3 rows for this restart. Pace car gonna peel off. The 12 and the 33 both get back to the throttle. The green flag is out and away we go.
And we had a good start from that inside. Fritchie was ready on that gas. Just waited a little bit on Jeff. Didn't want to pass him early as the top side gets together here. Jeff Crosby Sr. in 6th place. Good run for him so far. Hopefully he can finish up there. And cause I know he's been battling this season, but good to see him up there. Hopefully he can help himself or his son win. We'll see. We'll see which the best father and son, you know, between the Reynolds and the Crosbys. Both are great, but we'll do a little friendly competition.
Just a little friendly competition.
You have to. You know, it's racing. You can't. If it's not competitive, what are we doing? We're just watching people sit at home and turn left on the steering wheel. That's boring. Who wants to see that?
Right? Although at this track, they're not just turning left.
Yeah, there's
quite a bit of right going on too.
Yeah, sure.
Bouncing around here. Oh boy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be those guys, especially with these old cars. You know, they got those old shocks in there, and oof, it would be too much vibration for me. You know, I wouldn't want to do it. I need a soft ride like a Cadillac or something, or
Cadillac.
a Toyota Camry. You know, those are smooth.
Really? I've never driven a Toyota Camry.
Yeah, you know, I usually drive one out here, so gotta plug the manufacturer at least. You know, you and Al always talk about Chevy and Ford. Really forget about the real star of the show, the Toyotas.
We kind of did. That's why we don't talk about them.
Oh, so that's why you have me up here.
For what?
Providing insight on how Toyota Camrys drive, even though I don't own one. I just play my video game with it, and it really doesn't make a difference.
Yeah. See, that's how unimportant a Toyota Camry is. We didn't even know.
Yeah, well, you know, now you have the knowledge.
Didn't even know. Now I do, and I think I care even less about a Toyota.
Oh, that's unfortunate right there. You know, especially the most American car made in Kentucky, Toyota Camrys. They deserve love too.
Oh, I don't care about cars. They're all crap. It's just fun to rib Al about it.
Oh, I know. Especially his Ford Mustang rolling through this pack somehow. People must have been braking to help him get up here. Did I do the bit right, KR? Talk smack about Fords?
You did. We talked smack about cars left and right, and you fit right in.
So, yeah, as we had a couple pit stops, it looks like Fritchie and Markman, a couple others.
Bringing on a round of cars on the pit lane here on lap 18, or with 18 laps to go, working lap 53. That's going to give the race lead to the James Bond mobile of Pud Hughes. Well, P. Hughes. Pudganowski?
Pudganowski. Nowski Nation, I believe.
Nowski Nation. All right. Heck yeah.
As we have Jeff Crosby Jr., Dave Hunt pulling down for pit road.
Adam Kilday with a run on the outside lane, being shoved by the 46 of David Overstreet. Overstreet trying to get one of his laps back, but he has multiple laps down. And here comes Hughes with a run. Thought about going into the middle. That door closed just a little bit too much. We had to bail out of it. The tilted kilt 46 on the inside, and now Adam Kilday drops down to the inside. So as these drivers cycle through what will be their final pit stop, keep in mind we will use, I think it's 2 attempts, or is it 1 attempt at a green white checkered? I think it's just one attempt.
Yeah, we have 2 green white checkers.
Okay.
2 for all the races this year. Yeah, 2. Yeah, 1 plus 1, 2. Just making sure it's clear.
I'm not sure. Could you say it again?
Dose for our Spanish viewers.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
But you can't roll your R's. It seems like you could do that if you know Spanish.
You would think, but trust me, I can't.
Oh, okay. Well, we're in the same boat. So, we both know Dose, and we can't roll R's. So I think we're the same person, KR.
It can happen.
Yeah. Kind of unfortunate, but we'll make do.
Making do with what we got, and what we got ain't much.
You said it. Because we got Adam Kilday leading right now, side by side with David Overstreet in that tilted kilt machine, James Bond, or Nowski Nation, and Donald Stewart. I don't think we mentioned him tonight. Rolling with the Smokies throwback car, old Pontiac grill. If you see that front, which is either you love it or it's questionable at best.
Yeah, it's a unique take on it.
It's a look. I will give him that. We don't have a Pontiac, so good on him.
Smokey Unique's best damn garage.
I wonder if he has an extra fuel cell in that car.
Probably.
That's maybe why he's staying out.
It's looking mighty suspicious.
We do have tech here at OP, so he'll have to figure that to get past the tech gods. If he does have that. I'm not insinuating anything at all.
I'm not sure what we could be insinuating. I mean, it is a Smoky car, so we know it's cheated up. We just don't know how.
It could just be paint, you know. I think Donald is a honest man, so I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt here. We'll see if it blows up in my face later today.
All right, so Adam is our race leader still. On his outside, that is David Overstreet in the 46, trying to get back on the lead lap. He's got some work to do, and he's running out of laps to get it done. Nowski Nation finding itself in second place, tucked in behind the 229 of Gilday. And then the 28 of PJ Cox running in third, and almost everyone in that outside lane is not on the lead lap. In fact, I would say that is everybody.
Yeah, everyone is a lap down on that outside, so they have interest to try and get past Adam here before pit stops in case we get that caution. So they are trying to push Overstreet in front so they can either be the lucky dog or get past Adam. So we'll see how long they stay out. They're going to run it dry, I would most likely assume. See if they can get that yellow and steal a lap back.
That'd be a good feeling for those guys to steal a lap one way or another. It's never fun when you battle the entire night, one lap down or more. And then if you can ever get that lap back, you feel like you've done something.
Yeah, you feel like you accomplished something in your sim rig at home, looking at a screen and turning left.
Or, I guess it's still a screen. Some people have VR, so.
Some people have motion rig, so they're a little bit more realistic than what I do, which is just a desk and a steering wheel on top of a desk. It's not pretty. It gets the job done.
Got you a race win so far here on a Wednesday night.
Well, that is the stars aligned. Okay, that was not anything this setup did, or me, for that matter.
I see. All right. Well, keep your secrets then.
Yeah, you know, I'll keep it in my Toyota Camry so no one will be mystified. Or drive it, you know. So, you know, Andy Briganti, as we have, he drives a Lambo, so we all have to have factory teams here. And I'll be Toyota.
There you go. I dig it. I dig it. Yeah, and Adam does have that Lamborghini Mobile. What I call it the other day? Lamborghini or something like that?
Lamborghini, yeah. With that Chevy as something is going on with Mark Mann.
Couple cars peeling off for pit road. One getting on the pit lane incredibly fast. That is John G, and he smacks the inside wall. I'm not sure that he wanted to hit pit road like that. Let's take another look, because he was coming down full tilt, pulls down to the inside here, hardly gets it slowed down, touches the grass and loses control, and then Mark Martins it into the inside wall.
Yeah, it looked like he was waiting for someone to go pit road, and he saw someone go underneath the yellow and wanted to follow them. Just got a little too hot there, got a little bit on the grass. That's unfortunate for John G. He was running up front with the Tony Stewart paint scheme and the yellow wheels.
All right, so 7 laps to go in this one. And I still don't know who's going to win this race. If you guys know who's going to win, let me know who you think is going to do it. Zach, who's your favorite for this race here tonight?
I'm gonna put a little pressure on him, a little announcer's jinx. I think Jeffrey Crosby Jr. He's been up front. You know, he was leading that last pit stop, and I think he's got something for these boys tonight.
Well, I'd love to see that 33 into victory lane. So too would Alyssa. Miss Mara would love to see the 04 of Mark Mann into victory lane. Workman, Adam Kilday, Nowski Nation. These guys have to hit pit road.
Soon?
Soon?
I don't know. Maybe they saved enough fuel. I'm not sure.
I don't know. They were last on pit road on lap 46. We're coming up on starting lap 66. So that had been about 20 laps that they were out there.
That would be the longest run of the night, KR, if they could run this all the way dry to the end.
JD Crow in the 22, finding himself in this mix of cars. He is trying to get back on the lead lap. Right now they have Adam Kilday is the race leader. JD Crow in the 22, Nate Warren in the 9, and the 82 of Dan Harrington are back on the lead lap. And here comes a bunch of drivers for pit road. This is going to finish off our pit stops as Nowski Nation, the James Bond mobile, in trouble. He's going to get caught speeding, but he wasn't the only one in trouble. The 28 has gone around as well.
And Len McNeese got in there a little bit too hot.
Len McNeese, PJ Cox. Huh. Quite the conundrum for these guys to hit pit road. Conundrum? That's not what I want to say. Quite the incident here on pit lane.
Yeah, there you go. You know, simplify it. It's okay. Don't have to use always big words.
Yeah, it hurt. Hurt my head. we're not gonna have to talk for a while now.
That's fine.
In YouTube, you miss me, KR? No way you do, but want you to trash me on stream to say no. I had a stroke reading that, by the way.
That's probably the shortest story he's ever written, KR.
How can you even say that's written? That's like horrendous English. It's like my English teacher turned over in the grave and they're not even dead yet.
Well, you know, we gotta take care of him with like oven mitts. You know, be really careful with them. As we got 3 wide, Zach Fritsch leaving Peter DeBoer out to dry. No loyalty.
He took that race lead away. It's like, I'm gonna go third lane. Made it work. Now Hunter Reynolds jumps up to the high side. That leaves the bottom lane open for our pole sitter, the 33,
And
Jeff Crosby.
Peter does it right back to him. Will anyone follow him? Does not look like it.
No, and it
So
looks like
far.
his momentum is starting to die out.
Something to note, KR, that 51 and 12 are in the same chat. So they can take this 26 3 wide. I would not be surprised coming here to the last lap.
Speaking of, we're going to get the white flag this time around. Jeff Crosby, Hunter Reynolds making their way off of turn number 4. All they got to do is get to the white flag, and then that is it. That will be no attempts at a green-white checker, so this race going to end on its scheduled distance. They make their way down to the back stretch. I'll spit it out here sooner or later. Reynolds and Crosby still running side by side.
3 wide.
Here they go, 3 wide now, the 12 and the 51. You talked about them being in the team. We saw them go 3 wide earlier. This time they made it work. Zach Fritsch has the lead, but he's going to wash up the track. Here comes Hunter Reynolds with a good shove. It may not be enough as Jeff Crosby in the 33 has a big run off the corner, but big wiggle out of the 12. The 12 gets turned, and the 33 is going to get it done at the line as they all pile in. How about that? Crashing at the start-finish line, and Jeff Crosby wins pole in the race.
Oh, I know that feels good for him, KR. He's been dying for a race win. He has not won since October of 2021. It's been a year and a couple months for Jeff Crosby Jr., and he got it done tonight.
How about that finish? That one was a wild one for sure, and the 33 was able to get it done. Let's take another look at that checkered flag. As they were coming to the line, big shove from the 26 on the 12, got him crossed up, made contact, but the 33 was able to hold on to it.
Yeah, he held on to it. He needed to. Him and his buddy Zach Fritsch battling for the win. Hunter giving everything Fritsch can handle, and he kept it straight, kept his foot in it, and it's good to see Jeff getting it. I know he's been so close so many times. I've been in team chats with him, and he's been really stressing about it. But I'm glad that's finally like a huge weight off of his shoulder.
All right, so the 33 with a damaged race car doing the best he can to celebrate. That right front doesn't look attached to the race car anymore because of the contact. So let's go ahead and kick this off. Zach, you ready for an interview with a race winner?
I am.
All right, we'll let you take it away, Zach.
Jeff Crosby Jr., we've been talking about this winless streak you've been on. A year, 3 months or so. I can't do math, but it's been too many races. And I picked you tonight to get the victory, and I'm glad I did. How do you feel, buddy? How does it feel?
Huge freaking monkey off the back, man. It's been since October 6th, 2021, I think. I got a win in OP. Man, definitely a long time coming. It feels good. I really thought Fritsch was going to take it there with that last bump from I think it was Hunter, but Daniel gave me a really good shove there those last couple laps, and man, it feels good to be back here in victory lane.
So what did it take tonight? Were you like focusing on track position? Did you want to stay up front most of the race and not go towards the back? What was your kind of plan during this whole race?
Yeah, I just kind of assumed that there was not going to be much 3 wide tonight, so I was like wanted to stay up front pretty much the entire time. We had really good pit stops too, so that really helped. Kind of just went with the flow and see what everybody was doing, but mainly, yeah, just wanted to stay up front and work with everybody up there. Thankfully, we got into some trouble there. The first few laps, had to take a quick repair, which was fine. I told myself that I needed to get back up in the front, go for some stage points, which thankfully we did. We got third in stage, so um, yeah, the key was basically staying up front the entire time, which it helped toward the end.
So who do you got to thank tonight? I know there's a lot of thank yous to go out. Lissa going crazy on chat and sure Facebook Messenger as my phone is blowing up. But who do you got to thank tonight, buddy?
Yeah, definitely want to give a shout out to you and KR in the booth. I'm sure it was a fun one to watch. Appreciate you guys broadcasting it over turn 3. Definitely big shout out to Alyssa. He's definitely supportive with my iRacing hobby, and I'm glad that she got to see the win finally. Want to give a shout out to Team 3 and Discord tonight. I think we had Travis and Nathan. My dad was in there, Fritch. Dad is doing really well. I'm really excited to see what he does, especially joining in on Mondays. Anybody else that's watching out there, I hope you guys enjoyed it, because we definitely sure did.
All right, man. Well, nice job. Once again, congratulations on the race win.
Thanks, Kara. Appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. Your race winner, the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. But now let's move on to the driver who brought it home in second place, and that is the 12 of Zach Fridge. Zach, you bring it home in second place, and you do it as you're kind of crossing the start finish line a bit sideways.
Oh yeah, that's a little front end's a little messed up. I'm trying to go hit Jeff. I don't know if I can. We'll see it.
Yeah, that car doesn't look so good. Tell us about that last lap, man.
Oh, it was a good last lap. I tried everything I can. Jeff was able to get it by just for me. Oh, I missed him. How sad. I tried everything I can there at the end. Hunter gave me one heck of a push, and I tried to sit there and take it as much as I can, and just ended up raising me just a little bit. I think I was a little high or something like that, but ended up turning right into Jeff and ended up close finish there.
Well, man, it was a close one, and not only that, but it was an epic battle in the last 5 laps for you as you were using the high side, the third lane, and, you know, mixing it up with Peter DeBorgia there for a little bit.
Yeah, that third lane was rolling. I mean, we felt like me and Travis were just talking about it when he was up there with me, and we felt like we just shot out of a cannon. That third lane was no joke if you were able to hold it and stick with it. Definitely paid off there at the end to get around Peter and then to get around Hunter and have a shot just to even get to try to go for the win there.
All right, well, it looks like you got some work to do on that race car because it is missing some important components. So we'll let you go. But before we do, shout outs, thank yous you have to give.
Yeah, I'd like to give a shout out to all my team that was with me, you know, senior and junior, and Nate and Travis. Got to thank all them guys. I'm racing with me, and dude, we've been doing it for quite full season and some weeks now. So gotta appreciate all them guys, and especially Workman. Even though Workman's up in the booth with you, Workman, did he bite you?
I'm not gonna touch you where he touched me.
Oh, okay.
It was an accident.
Allegedly.
Anyways, you gotta thank you too. I definitely gotta watch the obviously the broadcast tomorrow, and gotta see how Workman did.
Just mute it. It's fine.
Just mute it. Did you have any laughing moments? You said you were gonna laugh at some things, probably.
I did laugh at Mark saying some things over the radio. I was like, so if you know what was said, yeah.
No, but yeah, I got to thank both of you for coming in and watching this race. Thank Butt Kicker for being our sponsor. Thank OP and all of its admins, and and then sending prayers to the LG for the memorial race.
All right, that is Zach Fritch Driver of the 12, bringing it home in second place here tonight. Once again, Zach, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, now we move on to our final driver of the podium. And Zach, you've caught up with Hunter.
Hunter, P3, giving it your all in that outside lane, trying to get Fritchie the win. How'd you do tonight, man? What was the strategy? Keep up front and hope you can get that race win, or what was your thoughts tonight?
Yeah, honestly, it was a pretty good race for the 26 team tonight. That's normally the strategy, and I'll stick to it, is to stay out front and try and get, stage wins, or just try and keep my nose clean. But all in all, it was a fun night. This combination is honestly really fun. Had a blast out there 3-wide with the boys. I tried to get Frishy the win there at the end. I ended up turning him, unfortunately, but it was right at the line, so it was okay. But yeah, I feel bad for Peter coming to stage 1. Tried to let off the gas, but yeah, again, sorry to him. Honestly, a good race. Nice and fun, hard track combination. I would have been out front towards the end, but I forgot that there was there was one stage instead of 2, so I didn't put tires on the right side of the car. They ended up being pretty worn by that the caution right in the middle of stage 2. So I had to come in and take 4 tires, and it would put us a little behind the 8 ball. But I was able to claw myself back out front. But good race tonight, nice and fast, and yeah, good night.
Shout outs, thank yous, thanks you'd like to give?
Yeah, everybody run with us tonight. I can't name all the names, I'm sorry. But thank all you guys, appreciate you. Thanks for Dad for letting me run his paint scheme. Thanks to you guys up in the booth. Thanks everybody watching. Appreciate all you guys. And thanks for our league admins for all the work y'all do behind the scenes.
All right, there you have it. Hunter Reynolds, our third place finisher. Final step of the podium. Once again, congratulations, Hunter. Nice job. All right, Zach. Nothing now but to go through our race results. So let's take a look at that. Jeff Crosby, Zach Fritch, Hunter Reynolds, 1, 2, and 3 here tonight. Then Daniel Holloway and Mark Mann round out your top 5. Dave Hunt, Travis Elliott, Rick Seabrands, Les Levy, and David Booth will be 6 through 10. 11th place goes to Jeff Crosby Sr. 12th place goes to Sean Stevens. 13th, Adam Kilday. 14th, Gabe Butler. JD Crow going to end up in 15th spot. Nate Warren in 16th. 17th position goes to Rob Connors. Dan Harrington in 18th. 19th, going to go to Richard Kuhn. PJ Cox 20th. 21st, Vicente Guerrero. John Garrett, 22nd, 23rd, Peter DeBorgia, Cody Nagels, 24th, 25th, Donald Stewart, Eric Laurie, 26th, 27th, Jimmy Reynolds, Nowski Nation in 28th, 29th, Anthony English, Tony Caron, 30th, 31st, Lynn McNeese, David Overstreet, 32nd, John Guerrero, 33rd, Richard Sanchez, 34th, and 35th, going to go to Jimmy Crow Jr., So that is it. Nothing left but our sign off. Let's see how you do on that.
Well, I watched a few of these, but I don't ever really get to that, so I don't know how to sign off. It's been a pleasure up here in the booth, KR. Definitely look forward to our next one. It was a good race tonight. We had an unusual combo. We don't run these ARCA cars. We haven't run them in a while. They did get a bit of an update a couple months ago, so we added them to the Wednesday schedule, and looks like it's going to be a blast this Wednesday with these ARCA cars. And next week we should be in the Xfinity car ? But yeah, these ARCA cars been a blast this year, and it was a great race. Good job to the top 3, and thanks for letting me in here,
Well, glad to have you, and thank you very much for joining me. And well, good luck on the racetrack, and if you come back up here again, just bring some more popcorn.
Will do. I will not forget the butter this time, as I did. So
all right, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Hope to see y'all next Wednesday night. So until then, y'all stay safe and have a a good night.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.